We're going live right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe it, we are finally here, Converge 2021. I'll tell you what, as a team, we have nearly died getting ourselves to this evening. COVID, everything fighting against us. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6:15. We said if you tuned in a little bit earlier, you'll get to see a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on. I've started right at our photo wall right here. We're going to end the evening back here again later. So after everything is said and done tonight, don't tune out, stay with us, and come with us back out afterwards, and you're going to see the award winners this evening, the major rank-ups this evening, coming here to have their final photos for the evening. We have an action-packed agenda for you as usual this evening. I hope you enjoy it. Dew Point going above and beyond again to prove to South Africans that we are the only wealth creation tool in South Africa. Now, most of our guests are here already. We're only waiting for 1 or 2 more. We've been stuck in the rain here at Joburg. Let's go talk to them. Let's go and see what they think about Converge 2021 and what it's like to be here at the Joburg head office. Come with me, let's go and see. I'll go frighten them with the microphone for a few minutes. All right, Donnie, don't take your jacket off. We're about to start. Don't take your jacket off. You're about to. No, Donnie, don't do that. Donnie, how many Converges have you been to before?
All of them.
Been to all of them. You've got all of your purple hearts. You've got all of your purple hearts on your jacket here, I see.
Yeah.
Huh?
I removed some of them because it was too much.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. It's such a journey, having all of it, and it's just nice being here again and seeing people, live people again, not only through computer screens. So I'm very excited what you guys got to offer tonight.
And it's a pity we have to wear these silly masks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane.
Now, we call them silly, but they're serious. But I mean, it does hamper our ability to know exactly who we are. We're getting to know each other by our eyes only, not by our mouths anymore.
Yeah, and you know, independent studies have shown that people who own Land Rovers or drive bikes don't get COVID.
And you own a Land Rover and drive a bike, don't you?
So it's not, but the thing is, so I'm immune. I'm a walking vaccine. But I'm very excited.
No, good. We're going to have a great night tonight, Donnie. We'll see you inside. You can actually start drifting in. We're going to be alive we're going to be inside in the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
So there we go. Awesome. We'll see you there. Come with me. Let's see who else is here. Bertus, how are you?
Very well.
It's great to have you here.
Absolutely fantastic.
Can I tell you, it was this time last year, right at this spot right over here, where you came to me and you said, Brendan, what do I need to do to succeed in this business?
That's what it was.
You remember?
And afterwards I said to you, give me the list of awards that's possibly there up for grabs, and I focus on that and try to be part of it.
And you've been nominated for about 5 or 6 of the 10 tonight. Exactly. And I remember Bertus saying to me, Brendan, what are the awards? I sent him the list, and as a result, here you are this evening.
Brendan, thanks a million. Thanks for the opportunity, and I'm humbled about this, and I'm looking forward to this year, and I'm looking forward working with you guys. As I mentioned it, you said it, I'm going to work for you, I'm going to make you rich, but you're going to take me with. And
this is awesome.
This is the important stuff.
Fantastic, Bertus. Well, enjoy this evening. We're going to start in a few minutes. You can start moving in. We've got an action-packed agenda for you tonight. Enjoy it, Bertus. Enjoy every moment.
Thank you, Brendan.
Good stuff. Fantastic. Beverly.
Good evening. How are you, Brendan?
We are good. We are minutes away from being inside, so I'm letting all of your channel know what's going on, letting them see.
Channel, how are you doing?
Letting them see what's going on here.
To World Team.
There we go. You see? Fantastic. How many Converges have you been to before?
This is my second,
and
I said to my team today, the rest of you are going to be here next year, all as rank 4s and above, and we are going to be on every nomination list. So we will be there.
Absolutely. You've seen all 10 awards now. The nominations are out this week. You know what to work for next year.
Absolutely.
So there's no excuse.
None whatsoever.
Oh, fantastic. So what did you get when you arrived here tonight?
I got some great goodies. We got
Converge mask.
We got the bag.
The pin.
Oh, sorry, there's the pin over there.
Over there.
Beautiful cap as well.
That's right, unique to Converge.
Exactly. Lots of goodies. So thank you very much indeed, Viewpoints.
Absolutely. Look at that. We've got about 5 minutes to go. You guys can start going inside.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thanks,
you in there
Brendan.
for all of it. That's
Thank you.
fantastic. Great. All right, guys. Well, the items you get, including, as Beverly said, the pin that's here, is completely unique to every Converge. I'm going to take you just now, I think, to Casper. Casper, I think, has been to every single Converge that we've had at Dew Point since 2016. And you will see every pin's different. These are collector's items and will be of real value in time to come. I hope that you're making every effort to get here in the future so that you can start cashing in on these pins. This year especially, we gave everybody a unique cap as well. It's our Dew Point cap, but with proper badging on the side that makes it unique to this Converge conference. You can't buy them. They are collector's items. Let's see if we can go and find Casper. Here he is. I'll show you all the pins. Casper, we're coming here because we want to see all the purple hearts. All the purple hearts here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the injured in battle over here. Casper, rank 5. That's
Yes,
where
sir.
you're at?
That's correct.
Casper's been with us, as I said, from every single Converge since 2017. Here are all the pins, I think.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
that's every
That's
single
correct.
one of them. You can see what's going on there. And as I was saying to everybody, Casper, these are collector's items. They're completely unique. You only get them if you come to Converge, and they've got real value.
Yes, sir.
Other than the pins, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, I'm looking to be inspired definitely about everything that we're going to see, all the people that's put in the hard work. As I said on one of the Tell Tuesdays, what you put in is what you're going to get out. It's totally predictable. If you work hard at the business and give it your all, make it your number one priority,
Then you'll see the change.
Then you'll see the change and then you'll reap the benefits of it. So,
What's your plan for this year, Casper? You and I were talking just now. What's the plan? What would you like out of 2021?
2021 needs to be, Dew Point needs to be my priority, my number one.
And where would that see you by the end of the year?
That would see me at rank 9 at the end of the year,
Rank
at
9.
least.
So what you want to do? Well, that's only one rank every 2 months, and you can get there.
Yeah.
It's doable if you make it your priority.
I will.
Casper, fantastic. We'll see you inside. Start drifting in. We're going to be live in 5 minutes inside, so go for it from there. All right, let's have a look and a chat to the ladies. Let's see what's happening in this end. All right, we're picking all the young ladies now. We're picking the young ladies. This is the young lady corner. Lynette, rank 11. Rena, rank 11. Other Rena, rank 6. We got some heavy duties here tonight. What are you guys looking forward to at Converge this evening? What are you looking forward to?
We're gonna give the surprises.
You want the prizes?
Surprise!
Surprises. Now that's good. We generally like to throw out some surprises at these sorts of
I
events.
like the surprise.
You like this? Me too. I like that. What did you guys think of the video last Sunday, the Infinite Mindset, the 5 years of Dew Point?
It was absolutely superb. Now, I really, I think it just painted a picture of what Dew Point really is and what they achieved over the 5 years. It's superb. There's no other word for that.
Fantastic. I enjoyed it because I thought we got to see what we all got to build for 5 years. And people often, we'll say, you've got to go on a 5-year journey with us. How quickly has the last 5 years gone? It's just blinked away like that. 5 years is not a long time, but look at how much we built in the last 5 years. Rena, did you watch it? Did you see it?
Absolutely, I watched it and I sent it to everyone, because the thing is, I think we have to realize it was not easy for anyone and that I can see what happened in the 5 years. That was impressive to me. So
that's right.
a lot of people appreciate that. Really.
That's awesome, Rena. I also think it's a great tool. For the people out there that go, I can't trust this, that's a tool. It's the tool that we can send to say, hey, look at what's behind us. Look at the journey that's been out. We haven't been around for 6 months or a year or 2 years. We're now in our 6th year. I can't wait to see what the 10-year one's going to look like. I really can't. What are we going to say? What are we going to do? Are we going to have some rank 14s? Are we going to have some rank 19s? Hey? Those are key milestones, guys. Awesome. But I can't wait to see what happens tonight either.
I also noticed that your hair turned from black or brown
To
to
grey. Did you notice
so
that?
5 years did a lot.
For me, that's right. And my blood pressure used to be normal and now it's high. I think there's a correlation here. I definitely think there's a correlation. All right, guys, we're going to start now. Go drift inside. We'll see you inside. All right, folks. 4 or 5 more minutes and we'll be inside. Stick around, it's going to be a great evening, and stay afterwards as well as we go back to where we started this evening. We'll see you in a few minutes, guys. Cheers.
All right, good evening, everybody. It is a rare occasion that we all get to see each other in the flesh, and so we celebrate an evening like this. So good evening to all our guests out there. Good evening to the Dew Point Wealth Engineers. Good evening to my nominees and the individuals that have ranked up, our rank 4s and above. It is wonderful to see everybody. I have heard, Little Bird told me that some people online watching us have even gone to the effort of getting dressed up for an evening like this evening. So I wonder, yes. So I wonder if they're sitting at home at the kitchen table dressed in a tuxedo, all alone. So why don't you post on our timeline? Let's see what you look like. Maybe we'll give you some XP as an award for going to the effort of dressing up. We've got some wealth engineers who have driven and flown from afar. Monde Gobolole has come all the way from Queenstown. He is dressed for success this evening. Thank you, Monde. And then Farouk Simon, you have come up all the way from Cape Town, so that is appreciated. He collected his star girlfriend Nokalunga up in Durban. So he's gone the extra distance, Durban and then Johannesburg, to come join us. And then we also have a couple of wealth engineers who haven't been able to join us. So good evening to Don Landon, Henny Randall, James Boyson, Luyola Mokoki, David van Eck, who's just down the road, but he lives on a farm just outside Bronkhorstspruit. If it rains, he's landlocked or waterlocked for about 3 days. George and Bridget Buerta and Vilna Fourie. And so they can't join us this evening. But nonetheless, under the conditions, we've made a plan. We've decided we are going to do Converge regardless of what is happening in the world around us. And that really is the theme for us this evening. It's also the theme for us this year. We've had a particularly tough year these last 12 months. If we think back 12 months ago, we really had no idea what was about to be thrown upon the world. And so The world is having a tough time. South Africa is having a tough time. Individuals, even within Dew Point, have had a tough time. But this evening's theme is about the infinite mindset. It is about overcoming one's circumstances. That really is the theme, because Dew Point 5 years ago was designed to change people's circumstances, not because of the circumstance around them, because we knew that every individual had the power to empower themselves and change their circumstances regardless of what was happening around us, even if it is chaos, even if there is a pandemic. And so the theme has been brought through on the design, the merchandise. So our wealth engineers attending this evening have been given these wonderful gift bags that were put together by Jane. So our wealth engineers have opened these gift bags, and for our guests, our viewers out there, if you'd like to see what has been prepared for our wealth engineers, have a look. All modeling done by our financial manager, Stacey. The video production done by our videographer, Thomas Holder, whose birthday it is today. Whose birthday? Nogalunga's. Your birthday too. Sure. All right. You see? You're winning already. You're winning already. And so I'm sure our wealth engineers are asking themselves, why has Rob decided to do this type of design? I can see blank looks on your face. You're not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So the theme for this year going forward is going to be the infinite mindset. You would have seen that reflected in the Dew Point movie that we had a couple of weekends ago. Did everyone enjoy the Dew Point movie? Absolutely awesome. Gave you insight, I think, really behind the scenes of what was happening at the Dew Point head office, as well as with regards to how the wealth engineers who have been with us for the last 5 years have experienced this journey. And the lesson for all of us is that we cannot make excuses about the circumstance around us. If you are going to make excuses about why, and often they're justifiable excuses, but at the end of the day, if our goal is to change our circumstance, you've got to move beyond that. You've got to move beyond the justification, the excuses. And so this year, the theme being infinite mindset is reflected in the design. So I'll give you a little bit of background on the design. You'll notice that on the caps, on the pins, they are fairly colorful shapes. You'll see it throughout the design in our awards evening. And these shapes are made of what are called Penrose tiles. So back in the 60s, a mathematician decided he was going to prove the formula of how to get the most, or how to pack cannonballs as efficiently as possible onto ships. Because in the old days, they used to have cannonballs on ships, and they tried to figure out how many cannonballs can you fit into a limited space. And so they used to just do it, and they got it right, but no one had proved the theorem. And so in the 60s, a mathematician decided, well, he was going to prove it. And he proved it. And then a couple of mathematicians after that decided, well, how do we figure out whether you can fit an infinite amount of shapes using only a limited amount of tiles, right? So you can see in the Penrose tiles over there, the shapes are made out of only 2 shapes. In the 60s, when they decided to try to prove that theorem, they needed 20,000 different shapes to create an infinite plane. So in other words, if you take those shapes and you tile them together, how many shapes would you need to create an infinite, so a plane that never ever repeats, right? They needed 20,000 shapes. 10 years later, a gentleman, a mathematician, Roger Penrose, improved on that theorem, and he came up with just 2 shapes, purely 2 shapes that arranged in a particular pattern will never, ever repeat, in theory to infinity. And that is the design that we're using for this infinite mindset. Why? Because if you take dew point, right, you've got the one shape, the dark blue shape over there, and you've got the lighter colored shape, a dew point with a wealth engineer. These two entities together can create infinite wealth for themselves. As long as you're active, as long as you're pushing, as long as your channels are growing, in theory, you know that dew point has placed absolutely no limitation on the wealth that you can create. But if you stop putting the tiles together, if you decide to stop doing the work, that is when you are guaranteed never to find out whether you're able to change your circumstance or not. And so you can see the infinite mindset, again, reflected in the dew point pin for Converge 2021. And for those wealth generators and the nominees who haven't been able to join us this evening, don't worry. Postnet has already got your package in the post, and you should be receiving it in the next day or two. But I hope that you get to wear this pin, not only for Converge, but you get to wear it the entire year to remind yourself of that infinite power that is within you, especially with a partner like Dew Point that has given you this tool that has got infinity built into it from day one. We're only 5 years young. We're 5 years young. My son's 3.5, right? He still counts 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. It's 3.5. We're only 5. Often, you've heard me say in the past that if I ever had a wish, it was just to have a glimpse into the future. I just want a little glimpse of wealth engineers who have stuck with all the conviction in the world to this business that they've trusted to partner with. I'd love to see where those individuals are going to be in 20, 25, 30, 35 years' time, and even beyond. And so, without further ado, let's start off this evening with some recognition for the individuals, the wealth engineers who have ranked up to rank 4 and beyond. Our first wealth engineer, or at least the first rank that we recognize, is rank 4. And that first individual is Farouk Simon from Cape Town. Awesome, Farouk. There we go. I've even got a microphone. I'm going to ask you a question. So we try to find the funkiest music for Farouk. I've always said he's the coolest wealth engineer we have on the books here at Dew Point. Farouk, what has it been? Because we put tremendous pressure on the rank 3s in the last, from October, November, we started putting huge pressure on the rank 3s. Farouk was one of those rank 3s, and he came through. You got to rank 4, so congratulations. What was it like getting to rank 4? How much pressure was there on you?
Well, Rob, there was quite a bit of pressure, but I knew I'll get there because I set targets for myself. And I told my team, especially during the festive time, before the festive arrived, I told my team, guys, we need to push and let's go hard, you know. While everybody's on vacation, let's do Dew Point. Let's connect people.
And
So
one
it
of your
was good.
first pointers put 30 wealth engineers in a single month.
Yes.
No
She
wonder you're dating. That's absolutely awesome. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
And then our next rank 4 is David van Eck. David hasn't been able to join us this evening. I don't know if you get many people who are a combination of farmer and IT specialist. But David is one of those individuals. We got to interview him last year, so you're welcome to go look at that testimony. But David, I hope you're doing well. Congratulations on rank 4. I hope this is not where our rank 4s stop. Rank 5 is next, rank 6, rank 4, only 120 individuals. The next rank, 200 individuals in your qualified, 200 products in your qualified channel to get to rank 5. And then we have a rank 5 that achieved the rank last year, and that is Bertus de Klerk. It's an absolute pleasure. There you go. So Bertus is a special individual. I remember the first day he came in, He came to check us out, I think. He asked a lot of questions, and obviously, as most of us experience, we speak to a lot of people that are interested in Dew Point. And so I didn't really think anything of it. But suddenly, Bertus got to rank 1 in his first month, rank 2 in his second month, rank 3 in his third month, rank 4 in his fourth month, rank 5 in his fifth month. Absolutely awesome. What was that experience like, ranking up so quickly with a business that was really brand new to you?
Well, thank you, Rob. I can say that from the start, coming here, I thought it was a launch of something, the medical thing, and I was prepared to stay for an hour, and 15 minutes it's gone. And I went outside, and I was so disappointed. But what is this now all about? And luckily, that Rob came to me. And I could ask him all the questions that I would like to ask at that stage. I made my decision already at that stage, making sure that this is for the long run. And because I made a decision early in my life, that's why I probably ranked up 1 month after month, because I was chasing a goal. And yes, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for speaking with me that day so openly, giving me all my answers so that I can just be satisfied with everything. Thanks,
It's been an
Rob.
absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thanks, Peter.
5 ranks in 5 months. Rank 9 by when, Bertus? Your wife's going to make sure by the end of it. And then we have a rank 6, 2 rank 6s, I think. Our first rank 6 is Peter and Rena Klutter. Come join me, guys. In the box, Darcy. There you go. Congratulations to you guys. We have had a long relationship together. We know each other fairly well. I know you guys are also, you put pressure on yourselves to get to rank 9. And I think one of the themes for this year, this infinite mindset, is not about achieving goals. It's not about becoming your success, becoming predicated on reaching milestones. Even though we have these rewards built into our business, it's about adopting this behavior that you can take on easily every single day. And in saying that, when do you guys think you're going to get to rank 9?
Well, we have to dig in hard this year. If we can reach rank 7, I will already feel good. What I want to say now is, thanks for friends like this and God.
Absolute pleasure. Rena?
If it's from me, we will definitely have it this year. Hey? I really want to congratulate and say thank you to Dew Point. I should be honest, a lot of us, I suppose, in the beginning did not have the trust. And especially after watching this video that you made just now, you just realize, this is the best company out there. So thank you for that.
Absolute pleasure. Well done, guys. Rank 7's next. And then our other rank 6, who isn't with us, is the Don, as I think he calls himself, is Don Landon. He's down in PE, I think. So congratulations, Don. I hope you are well, and hopefully he will be joining us soon at the next Converge, and hopefully he will be a couple of ranks higher. I think he's ranked up at least every Converge that he's joined us with. Very experienced networker. Very knowledgeable, and has a great channel down on the coast. Farouk, I think you're in Don's leg, so congratulations, Don. And with that, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Brendan Benfield. He's our head executive, and he is going to be going through the performance awards for 2020.
I needed a stronger track than that, didn't I? I needed the beat your chest one or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Converge 2021. It's awesome to have you guys here with us, but it is also a defining moment. It is, in some senses, the very end of 2020. Our Converge conference is always really the end of the prior year and the look forward, the alignment into the year ahead. And so this was one of the reasons why, even though we couldn't find a venue this year that could really look after us the way we wanted to be looked after, we said we're going to have this evening because we want to not wait another minute in recognizing those of you who proved our system again and prove to yourselves that wealth can be created even in the worst economic year in South Africa's history. It's been just recently again written about as worse than during the Great Depression. That's crazy. If any of you ever wondered what it was like to live through the Great Depression, well, you just did in 2020. That's what it was like. And so we want to recognize you this evening. We're going to look specifically at the performance of individuals through the course of this 2020. And again, remember, I'm always talking about the fact that it's your asset. It's your channel. You don't need a leader at DewPoint. I want to can that. Boy, have our leaders let us down, have they not? Around the world, leaders have let us down. It's time for us to build ourselves up, and therefore our channels and our assets and our wealth at DewPoint come down to us. So the performance awards are just about the individuals. Now, 90% of them, literally 90% of the awards are completely objective. We look at numbers only. And so don't think we're picking the favorites. And sometimes we'll have somebody who has a whole lot of awards, as we've had before, and that's purely objective. They got the numbers in. There's only one or two of the list this evening that are subjective, and even those, we spend a lot of time looking at the numbers behind them before we decide. All right, so I want all of that in your minds as we dive into the best performers for 2020 and close off that year. We're going to start with the most tenacious. Now, some of you, I think, when we loaded up the nominees, and I'll bring their names up for you right now, on our Facebook page during the course of the last 10 days, went and looked up what the word tenacious is. I normally have to do that with the Afrikaans word, so I fully appreciated that the Afrikaans people were trying to look up what the word tenacious is. Tenacious to me always sounds like a pit bull. You know the pit bulls, when they get a hold of something, they have like lockjaw. They can't let go. You have to like kill them and then pry the jawbones apart. Like that is what tenacious is. Tenacious is somebody that grabs onto something, and it does not matter what happens after that. You can beat them with a steel pipe, they will not let go. Okay, that is what we're looking for when we talk about long-term success at DewPoint. And so we look for people who grab DewPoint and are not gone after 5 months or 5 minutes or 5 weeks. We're looking for people that are here for the long haul. And as you can see, we had some wonderful, wonderful individuals that have not been with us for 5 minutes. I think most of them, Millie, you've been with us now for 3 or 4 years. I know Paul's been with us for 3 years. And Henny Randall has been around with us now for 3 or 4 years. Henny Randall's a wonderful story. Do you know that Henny Randall is deaf and almost completely blind? So those of you who are like, this business is so hard, give me a break. I mean, the one reason he's not here this evening is because he can't see or hear. That's mad. And yet he's here, and can I tell you, he's on the Movers and Shakers just about every month. Go and look. And he is going to see tonight, he's not only nominated for this award, he's nominated for another one as well, which means that he's out there doing the work when you and I, who can see and hear, are stumbling over our circumstances. It's absolutely awesome. So these are the tenacious people. And this year, though, having taken into account many, many factors along the line, as well as performance during 2020, this year's most tenacious is Paul Ferreira. Paul Ferreira, come up and join us. There we go. Thank you, Paul. Paul, I'm not going to talk to you so much, but I want you to all know that Paul has fought for every rank that he is. He is now 1 product away from rank 4. One. And you know what? I know in the next 5 days he's going to beat that one out of someone, and he'll be rank 4 by the end of this month. Well done, Paul. Well done. All right, now this one is the one that encompasses our core belief. If you've ever done any teamworks with me or any launch workshops, you'll know I talk about the 3 core behaviors at DewPoint. The very first one is personal activity. Personal activity starts with you introducing first pointers. It doesn't matter what rank you are. If you are not introducing first pointers to your business, you will see 0 growth. in your business. It's that simple. The more you put in, the more you're running the numbers. Remember, we talk about finding the builders, not making the builders. You don't make them. We didn't have to make any of the people that are sitting in this room tonight. None of you had special training from me. You still got all the same that everybody else did. You just behaved differently. And if we're going to find the builders, we've got to dig the tons, as Rob said in that development seminar. Tons and tons of individuals. And so the more people we dig, the more successful we can be. We went, and this is again completely objective, we pulled the top list. We said who put the most first pointers in during the year of 2020 when we were locked down, when it was difficult, when we couldn't buy food, we were losing jobs, businesses were closing down, forcing employees to work extra hard, etc., etc. During that year, who still signed up the most people personally onto their first points? These were our top three for last year. You would have seen the nominees around 200 each. I'm going to give you the numbers in a minute. Farouk, Henny Randall, the deaf and partially blind. Okay, two awards, 2 nominations. And Patrick Puma, you're not deaf or blind yet. No. Am I right? Some days you wish you were, but you're not. Okay, in there. Let's take a look. I actually pulled the numbers before this evening, and I haven't memorized all of them, so I'm going to pull my piece of paper out here. Forgive me. I wanted to look at this. I'm going to run through them up in ascending order. Patrick and Pumi, 180 first pointers last year. Personal sign-ups, 180. I'm going to divide that into a year. What is the number? If we divide that by 12, how many people? I think it's about 16 people a month. Remember when we talk about if your face is not on the movers and shakers report, then you're not meeting your goals. Hey, 16 people a month, that'll do the trick, hey? So that's third place. Second place, Henny Randall on 185, and this year's winner, Farouk, 236. 236 people. There we go. Farouk, 236 people, ladies and gentlemen, in a 12-month period. You should have been around during our 365 challenge. Yeah. I reckon you would have walked away with it. Farouk, tell me, how difficult is it for you to sign up first pointers? Do you struggle with it?
No, I don't struggle.
No, I didn't think so.
No. I just use all the content. Uban has all the tools there available for each and every one of us, so we should use the tools and just keep on connecting. And the right people will obviously connect with us and join the team.
Ah, Farouk.
Thank you.
Magic. 236 people. If you are doing less than 5 in a month, you have got to talk to Farouk. We'll give you out his personal details later, where he lives, his telephone numbers and that. And then you can come and talk to him and find out how he's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, most rank ups. Now, most rank ups, of course, is a nice one. It's a simple one. Who got in and who arrived, signed up, and got stuck in to the work? That's who it is. And again, we had a number of people that were competing for this. It's actually closer than you would imagine in this category. It actually almost always is. We want to set some real records for this particular one now in 2021, I think. I mean, we got some great stuff out of 2020, but I really would like to see some record rank ups. Who out of any one of you could really put away a whole score of rank ups in 2021? You've got to ask yourself that, and ask yourself what it would do to your life and your circumstances in 2021 if you were to do that. But for 2020, we had our top 4 that came through. Obviously, Baptist, we've discussed him already, a fantastic start. Even Malcolm and Rena and I, you got to love Malcolm and Rena. They were ranked 9 when they started the year. So, to have a lot of rank ups in one year when you are ranked 9 already, that's big numbers. Beverly, fantastic year for you in 2020. And of course, Petunia, brand new. We like Baptist last year, but really pumping the rank ups last year. But at the end, totally objective. Most rank ups for 2025 in 1 year. We have Baptist declare. Come up, Baptist. Well done. There we go. All right, you might as well stay standing, actually. Baptist, I wanted to ask you the one question. Baptist came to me on also, I think it may have been the same day as you spoke to Rob. And you said to me, Brendan, okay, fine, I see this whole business. Maybe it was the week after, I think. And you said to me, what do I need to do to succeed in this business? And do you remember what I said to you?
Yeah.
What did I say to you?
Well, you said to me, sign up as many people as you can.
That's right. Well,
each and every month.
That's absolutely correct. I said, I'm going to turn that one off. It's fine to me, this one. There we go. I said to Baptist, I said, put 10 to 14 people in every month and we'll take you away at the end of the year.
Yes.
And you did very close to that last year, Baptist, and as a result, you hit rank 5. This year, you're going to go rank 9 without a question.
Yes.
I've told you before, I've got your room booked already.
Yes.
I can actually say that truthfully because I have actually got a book for you and your wife. I didn't forget her.
Yes.
Already booked. And I've paid half of it already.
Yeah.
Are you coming with us, Baptist, at the end of this year?
Definitely.
Good.
Yes. You must set a goal, and you must tell people. And if you don't tell people, it's a dream. So this is my goal, and my wife knows it, and everybody must know that I want to go with you, and I want to dip you in a pool. So
Absolutely. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Go for it. That's awesome. Fantastic. All right, then most qualified first pointers. This is a key, again, element of the Dew Point system. What do we know about qualified wealth engineers? Everyone in this room will know that the more qualified wealth engineers you have, the more points open in your channel, the more you earn, the more you rank up. It's a critical component, and it falls smack bang again into personal behavior, personal effort in what you're doing. You're putting people in, but you're not leaving them. You're following up, you're training, you're teaching, and as a result, duplicating through them and opening a point. So it's critical that we look at this. And every year we look at it, and we look at the number. We say, who are the channels with the most qualified wealth engineers in them? We put up our nominees during the course of the week. All of these individuals have very large channels, and as a result, the more qualified people they have, the more impact it has on them, materially so, than smaller channels. But these individuals, all of them, have channels with lots of qualified wealth engineers in, and form and show and set an example to the rest of us. How many qualified guys can we get into our channels? This year's winner, Donnie van Wyk. There we go, Donnie. Show everybody that award. Donnie, there we go. I need my box. When I talk to I need to take that box and put it up here. I'm too short. Donnie, here we go. Take this. Tell me. Let me tell you, first of all, Donnie has got a huge channel, as you guys know. It's really one of the biggest ones we have in the business, and he has 2 more qualified wealth engineers than the number of points in his channel. Now I'm from insurance. That's insurance. He's got two spaces to lose before he starts impacting his channel. And you're not finished, are you, Donnie?
No.
Yeah. So tell me, Donnie, how do you do it?
I pray, and then I sow. I always believe you can't pray for harvest if you don't sow. And I've been blessed through grace. I've got some of the best friends. Guys, this is an award for me, but it's actually your award. I'm just taking it for you guys, still you next to me. But it's you just refuse to quit. And I don't know, maybe we're too doff to quit, but we're not going to quit. We just do it together, and I just see everybody achieving, getting their lives back. And I think you should just care for people. And I think that's the secret. There's very, very special people in this business, Brendan, very special people. In fact, you're my favorite people. And this is how we do it.
Awesome, Donnie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Donnie. That's wonderful. Donnie's got a real way about him, as you guys all know, and maybe that's why he builds such solid teams. He's got a lot of strong depth in his team, but you can aspire to it as well. Work towards it. It can be done with a correct effort. Donnie's one of the few people and you saw it in the 5-year video 2 weeks ago when it came out. What did we say? We did that presentation. You saw pictures of that presentation. It's the only other time I've ever worn a jacket in that presentation. I stood up here on this very stage, Rob and I, that first time, and we spoke to 140, 150 people that day, and 6 people signed up. That's it. Donnie was one of the 6. And as a result, Donnie has taken so much wealth out of this business. You can be that too if you're willing to go the distance. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking Converge 2021. All right, and then we've got most rank ups on your first point. So it's great to have the qualified guys. It's great to put the first pointers in, but we want to see the duplication. We want to see guys you've put on your first point actually start ranking up. We're not worried about your second, your third, and your fourth, and your fifth point. That's what other networks do. That's not what we do. I want to know what you're doing. You're putting your first pointers in. Are you getting your first pointers to rank up? And so again, we do this. It's actually quite a complicated search. Our dev team have to do it to say, for each wealth engineer in our system, there's tens of thousands. How many of them had first pointers who ranked up, and who had the most rank ups out of that. So we literally sum the number of rank ups across all of those first points. So again, very mathematical, very objective. We've got going on here our 3 nominees. We put them on your Facebook page for you. These are the people that put first pointers in that had the most rank ups on their first points this year. And after a great search, the winner was Baptist. De Klerk. There we go, Baptist, another one for you. Here we go. I'm not going to talk to you this time because we're going to keep you up here all night long. But here again, you can see that you don't have to be rank 9 or rank 11 or rank 15 to be performing. Your team performed for you. And as a result of Baptist's team performing for him, 5 ranks in 5 months.
Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm very humbled by this. This is, yeah, what can I say? The most important thing, maybe I can convey a message to each and every wealth engineer. Work with your team. If you work with your team, that helps a lot.
Yeah, say that last bit again for me. Work with your team.
Yeah, if you work with your team, it helps a lot.
It does it all for you.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Baptist. Fantastic. Thank you. Fantastic work in the room. If you wanted to know what the awards were, you're seeing them now. You can have these next year, 2021. Get the work done and you could be on the stage with us here next year. Most consistent, again, one that's relatively subjective, but we do look objectively at the numbers behind the wealth engineers and working out who during 2020 showed the most consistency in growth, in participation, in quality, and in engagement with their teams. These are things that we look at. And again, we put the nominees up this year on our Facebook page just a few days ago to talk about people. And 3 of them, we only told them this week that they were honored because that's how long it took us to settle on who we felt had been the most consistent wealth engineers during 2020. So 2 of them, Loyola and James, unfortunately can't be here because we didn't give them enough notice to get here. But Louis is here this evening, and Farouk, you here this evening, which is absolutely awesome to have you with us. Your consistency demonstrates. This is not a winner-takes-all kind of situation. We're just picking the top of the pile, but the pile had a whole bunch of people at the top. You were the most consistent throughout the year. You demonstrated the kind of attributes we talk about in our training, in our intro presentations, in our teamworks meetings, where we're talking about building as a number 1 priority, and that's what you guys reflected this year. But we've got to give it to Farouk for his efforts this year. Farouk, you too. You're going to have a long night. There we go. Fantastic, Farouk. Most consistent. Keep up the good work. Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
Fantastic. Go for it. Now, this is an important one. This is important. One could argue this is the most important award of the evening, is most profitable. Now, most profitable is a calculation we do again on the number of people in your channel that are paying wealth engineers that then contribute back to your earnings. And we work out per capita, per head, who earns the most per team member in their channel. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? You want a team that produces more per head for your earnings than any other team. We put up the nominees this last week of those that, again, just mathematically earn more per head than anyone else at DuPont. Now, this is something you should strive for. You should be working towards getting team members that produce the most wealth for you. How do they do that? Well, they take multiple products. That's a good start. You're doubling, tripling, and quadrupling your income per head when they're taking multiple products. An easy way to do it. The other way, of course, is, to absorb as much of your channel as possible with qualified wealth engineers. You're absorbing more and more wealth out of your channel. These are just 2 ways to do it. And of course, it makes sense that our more senior people would have achieved this. They've had more time with us, they've built bigger channels, and so it is for them. But it's not an impossibility for any of you, simply time and effort. But this year, as it has been for the last 3 years, Roelof and Marsha continue to get the most profitability out of their channel. You're going to gesels tonight. There we go. I'm going to turn mine off. And I'm going to lean into the one mic with you. Okay, so Roelof, 3 years in a row, you're extracting the most value out of DuPont.
Does Dew Point is it still a priority for you?
Oh, absolutely.
That's it.
You said I've got to be short and sweet.
That is short and sweet.
No, we're getting to that point of our lives where we need that security. And this is the way to do it. I mean, there's nothing else out there. And it remains a priority all the way.
I was talking to you a little bit before, and I said to you, what are you making your decision about this year? What's 2021 going to do for you? What are you doing for 2021 with Dew Point?
Well, first of all, I'm going to love my wife more.
That was a safe and good start, all right?
Brownie points. Yeah, Marsha and myself had a chat about a week ago, and I said to her, okay, it's time to wake up. We've been in our winter sleep, so just shake it around a little bit and get going. I really have a problem, and I know what my problem is, and I can't do this online thing. I really respect the people that can do it a lot, but I can't do it. I need to eyeball them. I need to get out there and start eyeballing them again.
So where are we going to be at the end of the year? What rank are you guys looking for this year?
Well, definitely 12.
Rank 12 for sure.
Absolutely. And hopefully better than 12.
No, I hope so too. I'm looking for a rank 14.
Me too.
Hey, come on.
Me too. Give us your commitment.
Awesome, guys. Have a seat. Rank 14, ladies and gentlemen, it's a reality. Somebody's going to be the first to reach it. Somebody's going to hold that title of the first ones there. Patrick and Pumi will always be the first rank 12s. No one can ever take that away. If they stay at rank 12 the rest of their lives, which I know they won't, and someone comes in and does rank 100, they still will not have been the first people to get to rank 12. Who is going to be the first person to rank 14? Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the first person to be taken away with us on that second trip? You see how terrible our rank 9 trips are. You see how horrible they are. Can you imagine what we're going to do for rank 14? Who's going to be the first with us? All right, next one, Quest Conqueror. This one is particularly close to my heart. It might feel a bit cheesy to some people, but this is the one. I think this is the dipstick test for your own success. I've said it and I'm going to say it more and more. If your face is not on the movers and shakers every single month, having achieved Quest level 1, 2, or 3, you're not on track. You're not on track. All you're doing is you're saying to yourself, I'm going to take years before I get to rank 9, years before I get to rank 11. That's all you're saying. If your face is in the movers and shakers, which it will be if you've achieved level 1, 2, or 3 of the Achievers Quest, then you know you're on track for rank 9, rank 11, rank 14. You've got to be there, and you can't be there once a year. You've got to be there every single month. And so we looked at our top quest conquerors last year, who achieved the Wealth Quest, the Achievers Quest, the most months. And we had a whole range in the top from about four recurring months onwards. 4 months is pretty good. It's once every 3 months you're getting a check from us. That's pretty good. But the top guys were even better. This year, our quest conqueror was, and it would probably be no surprise to you, was Baptist de Klerk with 6 of the 12 months on that report. 6 of the 12. 6 of the 12 months, ladies and gentlemen. That means that you got 6 bonus checks last year.
Yes.
6 bonus checks. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to you? I'm going to mute mine.
Brendan, I said to myself, the money is on the table. Take it. You know, it's up for grabs. And when I speak of new wealth engineers, I said to them, how hungry are you? Are you in need of money? Take it from the table. It's there. And that motivates me, and I can really say to you again that I'm humbled by this, but thanks for everybody that say yes in my wealth engineer team. Thanks.
Awesome. Awesome. Baptist is a man after my own heart. You've heard me say it many, many times over the years. If you put something down in front of me, you know you're going to give it to me. You know you are. Just write it down on day one. I've never failed to collect. If you're going to put an incentive down, know you're going to give it to me. I battle to understand why other people would not behave like that. There it is. There's the table. It's got the money. It's got the holidays. It's got the cars. Why are you not taking it? Why are you not talking? Baptist is a man after my own heart. When I showed him what was on the table, he said, Brendan, write me a check right now. I'm going to be taking all of them. And he has. Look this evening. He said to me, Brendan, what are the awards for 2021? I gave him the list. He says, I'll take most of them. And look what's happened this evening. Why do we not do it? Because we do not treat Dew Point as our number one priority. It's that simple. When nothing else stands in the way, then we succeed. I've had a couple of wealth engineers say, Brendan, I can't believe you work all day and then you're on team training at night and you're on weekends with us. Naturally. Because Dew Point will succeed because I've decided it. When will you decide that you want to be ranked 9? When will you decide that you want to be ranked 14? And then do it. That's all it takes. Baptist didn't do anything special. He did all the same things that you guys did. He did all the same things, but he just decided that what was on the table was his. And tonight, he's proving that. He's proving that to all of us. Highest BPQ. This is another one like profitability. It says, on your first and your second points, the only 2 points that count for you. That's the only 2 we measure. On your first and your second points, how many people that you're introducing to Dew Point are actually paying for the products that they're taking? That's a very important measure. We don't measure it with the guy who's got 3 products. That doesn't count. We look at the big channels, and we say over the entire year, how many people were paying in each of the channels? What was the percentage, the performance quotient? Remember, this is the business performance quotient. How well was your business, your channel performing? We put our nominees up. These were our top 3. We had a new name this year in here, Paul Ferreira, most tenacious. Yeah, he's got a channel that collects a lot of debit orders every single month, and he has an incredibly high BPQ. Paul, this year's not yours, but next year might be yours. But Donnie, I think for the 5th year in a row, I'm giving you this one. Donnie, I think it must be the 5th year in a row.
My wife must help me with that. I think she says I've got 2 problems. One, I don't listen. I can't remember what the other thing is.
That's right, what the other one was. Donnie, I think it is the 5th year in a row. I think I've never given this award to anyone else. Not only does Donnie have 2 more qualified wealth engineers than the points in his channel, they pay. They pay. That's what it does.
Yeah.
And it's changed your life. Donnie, are you coming away with me on the Rank 9 trip at the end of the year again?
Absolutely.
You are. What's happening this year, though? What's happening for you this year at Dew Point?
Well, I'm going to do my BPQ even better, and I'm going to push. I'm going to push with everything.
But tell
I
me
have.
what you want for this year. I know what it is. Tell them what you want for 2021.
Okay, the car.
The car, that's
Okay.
right. Rank 11. That's what's
Yeah,
going to be yours
yeah.
this year, Donnie.
It's gonna be-
Good stuff. Donnie's said to me that the car is his unicorn. Previously to Dew Point, he was at another network for many, many years, and as he achieved the car, they took it away. That's not going to happen here. I am going to buy a unicorn horn, and I'm going to stick it. Wait, it's going to happen. I'm going to stick it on the front of that car, Donnie, the day that you come and pick it up. It's going to be a very emotional day. I can feel it already. It's going to happen in 2021. Watch. All right, best newcomer. This we think is probably the most important award of the evening. We hold it to last, and it is the person who's arrived, got it, and done the work. That's what it is. Now, unfortunately, they can come with a bit of a jinx on this kind of thing. We've had lots of best newcomers that are never seen again because it kind of goes to their heads. And I'm hoping this year it doesn't go to the heads of those that were our best newcomers of 2020. In fact, I'm hoping we break that chain and we see these individuals go from newbies to senior long-term wealth engineers with us. Very, very important. We've got a couple of really, really strong stories. Mondi down in Queenstown, building away, back in it, as we said, dressed for success. And Mondi, you are going to succeed. Petunia, you've been with us also just shy of Baptist, 4 rank ups, if I remember correctly, last year in 1 year. We've got people that are pushing. It's not just single individuals. You're seeing just the award winners in a sense, but there are lots of individuals that are snapping at the heels of these award winners. And even with newcomers, lots of close competition in 2020. But this year, we pick, again, just completely numerically, best newcomer for 2020, obviously, Bertus. Come up and join us on stage one last time. Don't act all surprised. You asked me in February last year what all the awards were, and I told you, and you told me you were going to take them all, and that's what you've done.
Well, I said I want to know what it is so that I can work towards it, so that I can put up a goal. Yes, and this is what I did.
and thanks a million. I was working for this one specifically, and I hope to get it. And Petunia, you made me suffer one day. It was a tough call, and I had to go for it. But thanks for the competition. I really appreciate it.
Lovely, Baptist. Well done. Well done, Baptist. A fantastic year for Baptist, and one where he proved that he was the best newcomer. Baptist, you've got to prove to us you're more than just a newcomer now. 2021, you'll be the year that you can prove that you're the next rank 9. And we're going away on a lovely, lovely trip at the end of this year. I'll elaborate on it a bit later. But, you know, we want to see all of you. Mondi, Petunia, Farouk, we want to see you now go beyond where you are. Let's get really down to business in the year ahead. Circumstances, as Rob said, are coming. They came in 2020. Petunia, I know you had a tough 2020, lots of bad things happening in your life. You know, stuff comes. If we have the infinite mindset, we know that there isn't a single path to the end. If you remember what I said in that 5-year video, we know where we want to be, but we haven't yet discovered the route that will take us there. The route is infinite in its variety. We can't pick one and go, that failed, and give up. If we hit one that doesn't work, pick another, and another, and another, and another, until you find the one that gets you to where you want to be. That's what we want to see in 2021. We want to see people embracing the fact that there are an infinite set of possibilities, aiming at the outcomes that we want. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Congratulations again to those award winners and also to the nominees. And the wonderful thing, again, in line with the theme of infinite mindset, this isn't a race with a finish line. There's no finish line. And so if you thought you were going to win tonight and you didn't, realize that every day you're making a decision to win. It is the people that give up that are the losers, right? And so this is a business where you get to just keep on pushing. And that's why you have to adopt this behavior. You have to adopt this mindset of infinite mindset. Because if you become a person whose success is predicated by circumstance, by, oh, I have to win this award, I have to get to this level, you're never going to buy into the fact that your behavior is what changes your circumstance and changes the circumstance of everybody around you. We saw how Bertus has influenced how many people? How many people? The amount of people in your team that have ranked up. And so, congratulations to every wealth engineer that is pushing, that is striving just to build their channels on a daily basis. And so we get into the big ranks. We had 2 rank 11s. We had 3 car handovers because Lynette and Fricky, they went rank 11 last year, I think November. And their car handover was in the new year. But we had another 2 rank 11s that actually got to rank 11 this year. 2 in a single year. R500,000 paid out in cars by DewPoint in 1 year. And so we're going to recognize those individuals. Marsha and Rulof, come up, come get your certificate. There we go. Not nearly as valuable as that Z4 that we see in the picture. What has it been like in that car particularly?
Super cool. It's awesome. Absolutely love it.
Are the girls looking at you?
Oh, always.
Only the one that counts. Only the one that counts.
Only if I go topless.
Marsha, what's it been like? Rank 11.
Oh, it was wonderful. That is what we were working for. And how special to have done it this year with our lead wealth engineers, Rina and Malcolm. Love you lots.
And what was that handover like?
The handover.
Here at head office.
No, ours, unfortunately, because of COVID, wasn't here.
Yes, wasn't it head office?
But we had Thomas, handsome Thomas.
We had Thomas hanging off of a bakkie,
So that
taking
was
video
amazing,
footage
yes.
of the
And
Z4
yourself.
racing around the southern
Absolutely.
suburbs. Congratulations, guys. And then our next rank 11s are Malcolm and Rena, and this is a lovely story of them really just putting their heads down at the end of last year, and wonderful testimony video that we made of really Malcolm, who took the reins. Rena, you are very busy. Rena is a locum, so in other words, she's a nurse that works in corporate. It has been an extremely busy year for you, but Malcolm really got stuck in, and the results show. They jumped not only from rank 10 to 11, but in a single year, you guys went from rank 9 to rank 11, which means that you essentially doubled your qualified channel. They went from 1,000 products in their qualified channel to 2,000 products in their qualified channel. That is absolutely awesome. Come up, get your certificate. So well done, guys. What it has been like. Should I ask Malcolm first? Does he get to drive the car? Are you driving the car?
I'm driving.
Are you the driver?
I'm the lucky girl.
What's it been
Yeah,
like?
it's been awesome. Through all the hardships and all the hard work that I've been sometimes working from 5 till 10, 5 in the morning till 10 at night, and Malcolm working on Dew Point, I'm just so grateful. Thank you, Malcolm, and thank you to my wonderful team, and Roloff and Marsha, the superstars, and Dani and my team. You are so wonderful. And Lynette, our upline, that's been helping us all along. So you are brilliant. I just love you, and I thank God for all of you.
Rank 12 next.
Yes.
Big check.
Yes.
Well done, guys. Thank you. There's their car.
We remember the car. It was fantastic. And we've got it up in some of our slides, and you've got the videos to watch as well. And I really hope you use those videos. The testimony of delivery of promise is what it always is. And we've got some wonderful stuff coming up in the rank program. We were talking about it just the other day. Beyond rank 14, there's some really, really cool stuff. I can't wait to deliver that stuff. I don't know why you guys are taking so long to get there. I want to give you the stuff, man. Come on, let's get it done now, because there's some really exciting stuff beyond rank 14, like really proper. We really get down to business then. We want to see you guys get there. But let's have one last look, ladies and gentlemen, at 2021. Last look at it. It was a very, very different year from any other that we've had in global history. It'll be remembered with COVID-19. We've all been waiting for COVID-20, but so far so good, just COVID-19. But it was a big year. It changed many things for all of us. We here at Dew Point had the greatest test of our system. We had always said, remember, I'd got up here preaching from 2016 about the end of the world. You know, you've heard me say it many times, you know, the economy is failing, we're going to lose traditional jobs, and et cetera, et cetera. I just didn't know my words were going to come true so rapidly. So absolutely right. I thought we had about 10 years in us before that was the truth, but it wasn't. It was 5 years, and the words came true. And then we had to make sure that what we had been promising stood the test. You know, it's one thing to say the world's going to end and that you've got a solution, but the solution better work when the world ends. And that's what we had to do last year. And we did. We believe that we, as the Dew Point system, really managed to weather 2020. I like looking at this picture, because if this is not the picture of 2020, I don't know what is. Look at the masks. I like that one the best, but look at that. You know, look, who would have ever thought that that's what we would look like? I mean, when you go home and you watch this again, you're going to see all your faces with masks on. My wife tells me the story of the first time she went back to Woolworths. My wife was one of the ones that was criticized in the newspaper for stockpiling. I think the first time she had to go back to the shops was about 8 months after the lockdown. But I remember her telling me the first day that we effectively stepped out the house, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks after the first day of lockdown had started, and she went to Woolworths. She saw all these faces with masks on. And my wife's quite sensitive. She said she started crying in the Woolworths, because she saw what the future was going to look like. These things are not going to disappear overnight, and they may never completely. They may now become social norm. Because, you know, the next pandemic, you know, it could be something that just becomes social norm for us. And so the world really changed. And we think that we weathered it. We feel that what we did and you did, when I say we, I mean more than just Dew Point, we, the wealth engineers, and us, the platform Dew Point, we leapt ahead, and we leapt ahead quickly. I remember it was if I remember correctly, it was a Monday night that our president came on the TV and said, from Thursday midnight, we're locking down level 5, no one's allowed out of their house. We had 4 days to prepare. Now, originally, we said we built Dew Point quite quickly in 6 months. Now, you try and build a business in 4 days. We had to really rock and roll. And I remember leaving here on that night, closing blinds. We had all packed up our computers and taken them home with us. We'd got the fiber companies to connect fiber to all the staff's houses, all in 4 days. We had worked out how we were going to broadcast from our houses, all of that in that period of 4 days. And I remember walking out of here with all the shades down and all the doors and windows closed, and it felt like the end of the world. But can I tell you, the next day we were doing a presentation. The next day we were out. Rob and I were online talking, and it was like the sun had come up again. I've got a very sunny study. That's why I get those very sweaty armpits during the intro presentation. It's flipping hot. The sun goes down, burning its hole in the back of my head as it goes down behind me. It's a very bright room, and so in that room, the sun felt like it was up, and we were alive. We were alive that day, and it was the next day after I just walked out of a very shaded office. We were alive. And then, of course, we moved further in getting our technology out there, getting onto Facebook, starting to stream live on Facebook. We invented the FAQ sessions. You know, we did a whole lot of stuff to keep this thing alive. But from your sides, you guys started embracing technologies that we actually embraced after you. You were the first to jump onto Zoom. We heard about our wealth engineers using Zoom. So we thought, well, that sounds like a good idea. We'll use it too. And we plugged in with Zoom. We're now plugging in with Team Meets. And it's advanced and advanced to the point that we're now going to start pulling wealth engineers that are remote into this room. You'll see that happening in the next month or two. We'll actually have remote members live in the room with us. That's going to be quite exciting. It was a leap forward for us in 2020, for you and for us. But what it did was it proved that our system works. It works when the world ends. It is the tool for the 21st century because it can survive what the 21st century is throwing at us. How many companies survived 2020? How many? We saw masses of companies closing down. We saw unemployment collapsing. Marsha was just giving me statistics beforehand tonight of the latest stuff. Stats SA released today, the unemployment figures. Kids between the age of 18 and 25, only 1/3 of them will be employed. 1 in 3. The other 2/3 won't be. But you know what? The third that get employed in traditional jobs are never going to be as wealthy as the 2/3 that can build their channels here at Dew Point. Can you imagine if we turn our economy around by effectively building wealth with 2/3 of our youth? The other 1/3 can be slaves to salaries. But 2/3, and you've got that opportunity now. How many of you are talking to the 18 to 25-year-olds right now? How many of you are? You'll say, yeah, but Brendan, they say no. They say no because you haven't worked out how to talk to them yet. You're trying to talk to them like you do the 55-year-olds. Change how you talk. Iterate, iterate, iterate. Innovate, innovate, innovate until you work out how to connect with them. Because 2/3 of them are unemployed, but 2/3 of them could be building wealth here at Dew Point. We could come up with ways to do it. We need to innovate and do it. And then we can leap ahead again and again with the Dew Point system. We built online. Those of you who often ask, how do we do this? How do I do that on Facebook? We taught you how to do it. We advanced our app tremendously last year, and we're going to do it again this year. More and more tools for you here at Dew Point. We achieved, as Rob said, 2 rank 11s and 3 car handovers in 1 year. That was arguably our best ever. 3 rank 11s in a 12-month period. That's what we did last year. If you're watching and the whole of last year you weren't able to move, you've got to ask yourself the question, how did we get people going from rank 9, 1,000 people, to rank 11, 2,000 people in a period of 8 or 9 months? How did you have people do that if you're struggling? Ask these questions. Ask them of yourself. You're going to have to iterate. You're going to have to innovate if you're going to want to do it. We love that photo. I just think that that's the most amazing photo. But you know what I want one day? I want a fleet photo. You know, where we take a drone up and we'll have everybody standing next to their car and there'll be a few thousand cars in a giant parking lot. That's what I want. And you know that I can see it. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to take these people, 1, 2, 3, we're going to take the first 4. Who are we missing here? Marsha. Rule of Marsha, we're going to have you here. Yeah, we're missing Marsha. We're missing Patrick. That's why I can't say. There's a new couple. Yeah, see the new couple here. It's the coupe, Rulof. It's the coupe. We're going to take these 4 cars, and I'm going to put them right at the front of that picture. We're going to line those 4 up, and then we're going to line all the rest up behind. Who's going to be in that field of cars? Who's going to be there? Yeah, come on. That's right, Donnie. And it's going to be this year. There, you're going to get it. We can do this, but we have to decide to do it. We have to decide to do it. Rank 9. Our rank 9 trip, as I said to our rank 9 and above that went with us, was actually a rank 14 trip last year. We spent as much on it as we will for the rank 14s. It was significantly more expensive than our normal rank 9 trips, and yet it was in Cape Town. It shows you how expensive Cape Town is. Don't go there on a holiday. It's terribly expensive. We went all out last year for 2 reasons. One, it was our 5th year celebration, really. And we wanted to really take those that had built the business, and you saw them in that video, how those wealth engineers that came with us built this business over the last 5 years. We wanted to take them away and thank them especially for that. But we also wanted to demonstrate to South Africa that in a year of absolute economic collapse, we were able to grow, we were able to thrive. That's what we wanted to show. So we spent extra. We sent them away on a budget that would be the same budget as what we'll spend on the rank 14 trip. And wasn't it just incredible? Was anybody disappointed that we went to Cape Town? Oh, but I've been to Cape Town before. Hey? I had a lady on Monday night, and she might be watching. She said to me, but Brendan, when I talk to my friends, they've all been to Mauritius. And I said, well, what, did you join to come to Mauritius? She said, yes. It's like, no, you don't join to come to Mauritius. She said, no, I've been to Mauritius many times, but I heard from everyone else that you don't go to Mauritius like you go with Dew Point. So I joined Dew Point just to see what that means. I want to go rank 9 so I can see what it means to go to Mauritius. We go to different places. We're going to go to a different place again this year. The place we're going to this year is very tranquil, very, very tranquil. And so I'm going to tell all of you repeatedly this evening that you've got to work harder than you did last year. You've got to work harder than you've ever worked at your work, because we want you all to be rank 9. And you know what? We'll take you to a place of rest at the end. I've said this to Patrick and Pumi in 2016 and 2017 when they were pushing like crazy to get to rank 9 and 10 and 11 themselves. I said to them, don't tell me you're tired. I'll take you away at the end of the year and you can rest. Right now, get back to work. And we're going to do the same this year. We are going to a very special place this year. It's booked. The rooms are waiting for us. Because we weren't able to go last year and we'd already paid the deposit, I said to the resort, I want my money back. And I said, no, we can't give you the money back. So I said, great, then you're upgrading all the rooms for next year. And they agreed. You see, you don't hit until you swing. And I was like, right, we're all going to get penthouses. Swing. Okay, you get them. Yes. So we've all had upgraded rooms. We're going to be on the beach. It's going to be incredible. Are you going to watch everybody else go? Because, you know, we boast and show off like crazy over December. I heard somebody saying, Dew Point's just showing off. Yes, that is exactly. When you know how much money we spend on these trips, I'm darn well showing it off. You know, every day we're on Facebook with videos and photos and showing you what you're missing. Don't you want to be in those photos this year? Now, you need to remember what I'm saying now, because I'm going to have to tell it to you again tomorrow, because tomorrow you're going to wake up and go, this is too hard, I can't do it. No, that's nonsense. Look at what we've achieved year after year. Are you going to spend your time on something other than Dew Point this year? Are you? Because if you choose to do that, then you will watch from this end of Facebook. You will. But if you choose to do Dew Point only, then at the end of this year, you'll be with us on those crazy, crazy beaches we're going to take you to. There's a golf course. That is, and your room is booked. It's waiting. And so is it for others. We always book a few extra spare rooms. We're waiting. And I can book more. That's not a problem. We can always book more. You've got to decide to come with us. Are you going to be coming with us? Are you going to come and experience what rank 9 is like with us? Do you remember that moment, guys? Do you remember that moment? We were out in Bushman's Kloof. I'd never been there before, blew me away. My wife was like, we're coming back here. So I said, oh no, we must come back here, price it up. So she priced it up for the 4 of us, my 2 kids and the 2 of us, and she priced it up for 3 nights, 4 days. Okay, just 3 nights, it was a long weekend to Bushman's Kloof. It was 200,000 Rand. I said, we're not coming here. All of these folk got to experience those 3 nights, 4 days in Bushman's Kloof. And people don't go to Bushman's Kloof. You saw how big it is. It's like 5 rooms, 6 rooms. Only Americans get to go to Bushman's Kloof. We as South Africans don't go. I remember reading the comments on Facebook page where they said, I've lived in Cape Town my whole life and I've never been to Bushmanskloof. Are you coming with us, guys? Are you going to come and sit at the edge of the cliff of wealth with us? Are you going to, or are you going to pick other things to do this year? You're going to let your circumstances get on top of you? Are you going to say, no, my dad died, my mom died, I'm being sick, my business is failing? Are you going to use all of those for reasons to take away from you real wealth? Real wealth is there when your dad dies. Real wealth is there when you get sick. Real wealth is there when your other business is failing. But when you go to those circumstances first, you don't get to have the real wealth. That's just the reality, guys. If you go and look up the story, you know, Elon Musk has been in the papers a lot lately. He's just taken first place, the richest man on earth. And my dad was like, oh, and he's a South African. I said, no, he's not a South African. South Africa didn't teach him to sacrifice the way he has sacrificed to become wealthy. That the Americans did. I spent some time in America studying there. I understand how they teach you. He slept under his computer for like 6 years. He put his mattress under the table that his computer was on when he was designing PayPal. Most of you don't know that PayPal was designed by Elon. It was where he made his first money. He slept under his computer for 6 years. How many of you would be willing to work for 6 years to succeed at Dew Point? I know 1%. 1% of you. 1% of you watching. It can be any one of you. I just know it's going to be 1%. Because after 6 nights under your computer, you'd be going, I'm not doing this anymore. And you'd be walking away. Do you want wealth? Wealth is riches in money. Wealth is complete freedom of time. Wealth is a peaceful state of mind. A peaceful state of mind is, like I've said to you before, when Dickie Oppenheimer was asked what it's like to be so rich, he said, just really convenient. Because it is. You see, you have peace of mind. It doesn't matter what happens. You can just leave on your jet. It doesn't matter if your house burns down. You just buy another one. It doesn't matter if your car breaks down. You just buy another one. That's what wealth gives you. Riches alone doesn't give you that. Riches doesn't give you that because riches is here today, gone tomorrow. All of these things that come through that promise you riches. You'll be rich in 5 minutes, in 90 days, and then they've taken your money and they're gone. That's what riches is. Even winning the lottery. I'll put 3 million rand in your hands. I'll give you less than 12 months. You won't have 3 rand left. I'll guarantee it. It'll be gone. Wealth, however, asset-based, recurring, sustainable income, that's there forever. That's there forever. That's what you're building here. Can you really afford to be spending your time on anything else? Ask yourself that. Can you really? What happened in the business in 2020? We always like to touch on a bit of the numbers, show you what's happening with us. Well, I think we proved that we were credible, sustainable, and reliable. We never missed a payment, we were never short, we were never delayed, and we grew. Okay? All of that happened. 60 months uninterrupted wealth creation. Last week we paid returns and rewards. That was our 60th one. 60th time. I remember some of you right at the beginning were saying, geez, let's see if they pay their first one. We're going to see if they pay their first one. Rule of admittance, you might have even been going, let's see if they pay the first one. We're 60 in now. 60 in. I remember a couple of these things that came past. Remember, they used to pay them once a year and they get 17 cents. Do you remember that? And then they disappeared after year 2. Yeah, 60 in a row we've done. No changes to returns and rewards. How many of you said, Brendan, please, whatever you do, don't change it? Because you'd come out of an environment where every month there was an announcement about the change. We're 5 years in, working our 6th year. Have we ever even hinted at a change to our returns and rewards? No. That gives credibility. That gives credibility. It means you can go to people and say, I can actually tell you to trust in Dew Point because they've proven for 5 years that they're not changing and they're not going away. All of our claims have been paid. All valid claims have been paid. So far, so good. I was checking again this week. We've never, ever rejected a claim at Dew Point. We've had a couple of invalid claims. So the guy comes in and, my leg's been chopped off and I've got car insurance. Please pay for the operation. We've had a couple of those, but we've never had a claim come in that was legit, that we've rejected. 5 years in a row. And we're not doing 5 claims a minute. You ask our ladies, we're getting claims in every single day now because the book is big. People are dying, getting injured, motor claims, all sorts that we've got now coming through. And we haven't yet. So far, no one has been burnt by Dew Point. No one has spent a cent and lost it. No one. Everybody has bought contracts that have delivered. and others have made wealth through our wealth creation system. No one has been burnt yet. The ladies were saying, since the beginning of January, our reinstatements are going berserk. You know, with the empty promises one. What was it called? No. Since that one collapsed, it's like a told you so moment, wasn't it? Anyway, since that one's gone, we've literally been reinstating scores of people a day. So anywhere between about 10 and 30 people reinstate a day at the moment with us. That's nuts. That means that people left have come back because they weren't injured. They weren't injured. They didn't leave because they were injured by the system or financially destroyed by the system. They've come back because they went, I was safe here and I can build here. And that's very, very encouraging for us. Cutting edge market leaders, again, we have continued to push on our tech spend at DewPoint. We are pushing like crazy, building our hardware, building our software, getting you better and better stuff from our broadcasts through to the app. And 8 million rand has been spent now on software tech in DewPoint. That is an insane number for a company that has 8 staff members. It's an insane number. That's $1 million per head. You can go to anyone. The banks might be spending 800 million, but they've got 800 million staff members. You know, we are spending masses on creating for you the best software, the best technology, 21st century cutting edge market leading stuff as well. You know, you can spend big money and still be behind the curve. We are on the curve the whole time with our technology. We've launched our Instagram and LinkedIn accounts last year. We haven't done much with them yet, but we're going to get going with those soon. So you're going to have YouTube, you're going to have Facebook, you're going to have Instagram, you're going to have LinkedIn, and so on. Our Facebook followers doubled in 2020. We doubled the number of people following and liking our page. That means last year we were getting about 50,000 engagements per post. We're now getting over 100,000 engagements per post. It's crazy. I haven't quite proven it yet, but I am pretty certain we're the most actively followed financial services Facebook page in the country today. I don't think there's another financial services company that has the same following and engagement that we're getting on their Facebook pages. And look at us, little old DewPoint in the corner of an office down in Bryanston. And we have got the most engaged Facebook page. Our YouTube subscribers increased by 25%, and we really stopped using YouTube last year. I mean, we're doing our streams on it, but we used to do it 5 times a week. We were on YouTube, and we still had 25% growth in the subscribers to our YouTube channel. Really, really moving in 2020. Wealth Engineers' earnings increased by nearly 20% last year on average. Now, you got to think about it. It was the worst economic year in South Africa's history, and we gave everybody a 20% raise. How many South African companies gave their staff, on average, a 20% raise last year? How many? None, ladies and gentlemen, none. And we, across the thousands of people that earn at DewPoint, increased earnings on average by 20%. There were some people that increased it a lot more than 20%, but the average was 20% in the worst economic year in South Africa's history. What more do we need to prove ourselves to you sitting here, to you watching, to the country? What more do we need to prove? When will we stop making excuses for our failure and just get out there and become shameless, absolutely shameless in our message to South Africans about DewPoint? I told you in that 5-year video that we did, I have not lost faith. I've not lost faith at all in DewPoint, not at any point. When the production's down, when the production's up, when I've got people succeeding, when I see succeeding people leave, I don't lose faith because I can see what we're doing. I can see it's the solution. No one else has been able to bring me a solution. Do you know of somebody else doing something in South Africa today that's actually working and saving people economically? What is it? Nothing. So why are we not singing the hymns of DewPoint down the streets right now, every day? Why are we still tied up in our dead-end jobs, in our dead-end businesses, in our dead-end circumstances? Why are we tied up in them, ladies and gentlemen? Why haven't we moved yet? We haven't because you haven't got the faith yet. And we're hoping that as every year passes, we can give you the faith in what we're doing here at DewPoint. We've already proven we're not here to stay. 5 years down, into our 6th year. I know of very few other networks that were founded in South Africa that have lasted this long. And we're already going into our second half of a decade now. We spent another 7 million on returns and rewards. We paid out another 7 million in returns and rewards last year. How much of that 7 million was yours last year? Some of you, it was quite a large chunk of the 7 million. Others of you, it was a very little chunk. Wouldn't you like to get a bigger chunk of it? Next year, it could be as close as 10 million that we pay out on returns and rewards. How much of that 10 million is going to be yours? Ask yourself that question. We've now, in the first 60 months, we've paid out nearly 30 million rand. That's on top of everything else. It's on top of the office expenditure, on top of the 8 million on software development, on top of all of our hardware, on top of our licensing and our compliance fees and all the costs of this business, the salaries of all the staff. On top of all of that, we spend another 30 million on returns and rewards in the first 60 months of this. Not fake, you read these things like the empty promises ones, 3.4 billion in crypto. Any of you got any of that 3.4 in any of your bank accounts? No, forget it. You can put any number you like on a computer screen. Don't tell me 30 million is too small. This was real rands and cents in real South Africans' bank accounts. Not in crypto, not in forex, not in euros, not in dollars, in rands and cents that South Africans could spend to feed themselves, to house themselves, to educate themselves. That's what we spent in the first 60 months. What are we going to spend in the next 5 years? What are we going to generate and create in our economy? Could it be as much as 280 million? Could there be 300 million spent in the next 5 years on wealth engineers? Well, you're going to decide that. I can't do that for you. You're going to decide what it is, but you do need to decide. 2021, ladies and gentlemen, 2021. DewPoint still strives to be the ultimate wealth creation platform. We've now got 3 major insurers on this platform. In the next 5 years, we'll continue to bring more on board. We now have 8 products. When we launched, we had 2, and we actually only had 1.5. The day we launched, we actually only had 1.5. It took another 7 months before we managed to get the other half of that product working. Some of those of you around will remember that. We had 1.5. We now have 8. There are more coming. The guys are ready. The development team's already working on them. They're coming. But now we're getting to the point where we get a bit blasé about it. We're going to have 9, 10, 11 products. If there's a new product launch, I'll just send you an email. Like, it's not going to be a big deal anymore because we're not in the business of selling products. But what it will do is it will drive us towards being the ultimate financial services wealth creation platform. You'll come to DewPoint for all your insurance needs, whether you want to create wealth or not. You'll come, there will be a one-stop shop. You'll be able to find everything on every category. Okay, and just be able to pick it up there. No tele-assistants, no brokers, no agents, no salespeople. Just click, 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 fill out the details. Bang, you've got the insurance. That's what we're going to create on our side, on the platform side. But on your side, we're also going to continue to be the ultimate wealth creation tool. Again, I was talking to my father this weekend, saying, who can challenge us in what we have created from a tool perspective? Is there a better system out there for the average individual to create wealth with? Is there really a better system? Do you know what it is? Why have you not told me about it? Because if there is, I need you to tell me about it so that I can make mine better than it. But nobody comes and tells me because it is. How easy is it to get in now? Especially if you're a healthy 28-year-old female. It's 220 Rand a month to get in here. It's incredible in 2021 that a wealth business, a real full asset-based recurring income business could cost you 220 Rand a month to run, build, and own. Do you believe yet? Do you believe yet here at DewPoint? Rob and I have worked very hard over the last 5 years, as you've seen, as many of you have as well. But we've worked really hard to bring to fruition what we had dreamt about in 2015, to make it a reality. We've spent a lot of time in the first 8 weeks of this year giving all of our wealth engineers an incredible boost for 2021. New tools, new insurers, new products, all the presentations, all the videos, everything that you need from this to really throw yourself into 2021. We both believe there's not much else we can do now. There's not much else we can do. We've got a few more things lined up. We'll never stop working. You know us. We'll keep going and we'll keep innovating and iterating. But where the responsibility is now leaning is onto you. It's leaning onto you. You may not like that. That's okay. 1%, remember? 1%. What does it mean to take up that responsibility for 2021? Well, first of all, remember it's your asset. It's not mine. It's your asset. So I can't take responsibility for your asset. Only you can. But by taking responsibility for your asset, you can make it the most incredible, incredible asset ever. Well past any dream you could have. Any dream. I will bet you that no matter what you could dream about, DewPoint could take you beyond that if you're willing to take on the responsibility. We have never been afraid to say that you've got to work at DewPoint. I think it's one of the reasons why many people don't join DewPoint, because they're unwilling to work. Now that's a pity, but at the same time it makes the maths work. As I've always said, my father always says, thank goodness for them, otherwise the competition would be unbearable. Okay. We're looking for those of you who really want to work, because then we can deliver beyond your dreams. We're not playing around. We're not messing around. You know how serious we are. This is not another network marketing company. We're not selling pills or spells, I've seen that one recently, or coffee, or crypto, or forex, or cards. We're not. What we are doing is we're building wealth. No one else is doing that in South Africa. Don't mistake us for what we're not. And we're very serious about it. We need you to be serious about it too. We can get lost on this path to success because we put ourselves in almost a ping-pong machine between success and failure. We walk a journey where we are afraid we'll fail. And when we do fail, we think we'll never succeed. And when we succeed, even the little successes, we stress that we'll fail, so we bounce back again. And we find ourselves ping-ponging between the two, when in fact the journey to wealth is not about success or failure. It's about the path of endurance and stamina up the middle. If you can stop bouncing between success and failure in your minds and calm yourself into stamina and endurance, you will reach wealth. You will know what it is like to have peace of mind, to have time, and to have riches. You will have those, but you're going to have to put the work in. 2021 is now leaning on you. It's leaning on you. And in 2 minutes, it'll be March. In 2 minutes, it'll be March. Can you really afford not to start right now? Can you? Tomorrow, have you got a calendar full of things through the course of the day that are not due point? Because if you do tonight, you need to do some rescheduling. If you do the rescheduling, you're going to come and lie on that beach with me at the end of this year. We'll eventually tell you where it is. It's not Mauritius. And you're going to sip those pina coladas with me. You can come lie next to Donnie. He'll be there. Maybe even in his new car. And him and I will take pictures of our feet and then our heads so that you can see the sea and the pool behind us and the pina colada between us. And we'll send it to all of you at home. Or if you've taken 2021 and you've picked the responsibility up for it, you can come and lie next to us. 2021 is now yours. It's not your points. It's not your leaders. It's yours. Make it count, guys. Go out there and enjoy it. Well done. Congratulations to everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who received awards and those of you who would like some official photos for this evening, I'm going to encourage you to come and join us outside in the far corner there. We've got our big Converge 2021 board. Come and get photos with your teams, with the award winners, etc., with us. Those of you who are watching us live tonight, don't tune out. We're still going. You can follow us out there, see what's happening. The whole experience here at the head office. We wish you were here with us. Stay with us for another 15 or 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the demarcations on the passage. Please stand on them. Don't bunch up. We do have to make sure we stay socially distanced. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Let's see you outside.
Oh, come on, Pat. Yes, let's go in front of the X. There we go. I can smile. Are you smiling? Come through. Casper, what do you think, Casper?
It was excellent.
Huh? It's good. Even though it's at the office.
Very nice landing.
I think it was special, wasn't it?
We've been waiting for this day, and it was so nice. Everything went in the right way.
Awesome stuff. Come on, guys. Okay, smile. Everyone smile. You want just with me? Just with me. Let's stand in front of the line here. There we go. All right, yeah, Mondi, come. Mondi, what did you think of Converge?
Wow, it blew my mind and it sort of kicked me out of my slumber. So I'm gonna put my foot flat down and go for it. Yes.
So it was worth coming all the way from Queenstown.
It was worth coming. It was worth every cent.
And you saw it wasn't a computer graphic.
Yeah, no, I saw you. You're real. Yeah, I was checking you out, and I saw no, you're real. And you know, this just builds the belief, even for my team back home in the Eastern Cape. Yeah,
awesome.
it was awesome. I'm glad I was here. I'm very glad.
Mondi, you're going to lie on the beach with me at the end of this year. I
Yes,
know you are.
yes.
You're going to do it.
We're drinking those pina coladas.
That's right.
Yes.
Come on.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Okay. We're going to remember this morning.
Yes.
Fantastic. Patrick.
Oh, thank you, Brendan. I enjoy this day.
Awesome. Millie. Yeah, Millie. Most tenacious. Fantastic. Petunia, your first Converge, hey?
Yes, it is my first.
What did you think?
It was, wow.
Was it good?
It was great. I'm very happy.
Good.
And congratulations to everybody who get the awards. It was well deserved. They all deserved it.
Awesome, Petunia. We're going to see you get some more this year.
Yes.
You'll be here getting more certificates next year.
Going up, yes.
Fantastic. Let's take a picture. There we go. All right, who's next? Casper, you want one too? There we go. I need a box. Fantastic, good. All right. Yes. Oh. I thought Baptist was coming. Are you coming now? With Baptist? Oh, you want to be with the winners? All right, good. Get some of that winnings rubbed off. Baptist, come on. Share some of your magic. Come around, there we go. There we go. All right, let's bring Baptist in here now. All right, Renee, are you preparing yourself for the end of the year?
Yeah.
Are you getting all the clothes ready, everything ready?
Yes.
Okay. So now you just got to make it happen.
Yes. It's hard work, eh?
I didn't say it was easy.
But we work hard. The Baptist is working hard.
Good. I know that. We're going to see it happen. Fantastic. All right, let's take a photo to remember this moment. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, got a smile with your eyes. Hey, got a smile with your eyes, Louis. How are you, Louis? Good. Shall I stand in the middle? Do you want to come this side over here? Come this side over here. We've got to stand in front of the line. You want to come in as well? You're going to stand here. Okay. Here we go. And everybody smile. There we go. Good work, Louis. Who else wants to be? All right, let's get some more award winners in here. Come on, guys. Come on. There we go, come. You want me to come as well? Okay. I thought there was like a special one. You can stand in. Alright. Everyone come a little bit further forward. Here we go. Beverly, what did you think? What did you think?
It was absolutely fantastic. Your speech, Brendan, I had goosebumps because I thought to myself, you know what, irrespective, I've said before, whatever it takes, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to be there, Brendan.
Fantastic. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. When you decide to do it, it'll happen.
Yeah. And I'm going to get him to join me.
Good. That's all it is. Come on. It's the best business in the world.
It is the best business
the best
in the
job
world.
in the world.
There is actually no other option.
No,
really.
I believe in that too, baby. That's fantastic. We're going to make it happen
Thanks,
now, huh? Good. Johnny, come through. All right, come through. We'll stand in front of the line here, Donnie. Okay. Donnie, how many awards have you got now, do you think?
Yes,
You've got a room full of these things.
Well, I've actually got a wall up in my house. I think there's about 20.
20! And you got another 2 tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm going to get a room and don't paint it. Just put it in walls.
That's right, make wallpaper with it. Oh, that's awesome.
But it's such an awesome evening. Seeing these people, the energy, and what people achieve. I think me and Sandra just started dreaming again. You know, if you've still got a dream, you've still got life. And most people out there's got nothing. They've got an empty, hateful, stressful situation. And no horizon. And well done, Brendan. You're fixing it, though.
Thank you, Johnny. Make it a good year. This year I'm going to get you that car.
Yeah.
We know.
You've got to aim fast.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, come through. How are you, Rena?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Did you come in the car tonight?
Yes, it's fine.
You came standing outside. Rank 11. Now you're going to get the next car.
Yes,
Malcolm's getting the next one, the big one.
Yeah, but he wants
So that's only
super
number
one.
2. That's okay because you can get the third one, which is much bigger than the second one.
The Rolls Royce.
That's right. If you want, bring it. Hey? If you want, just take a photo. There we go. Good work, guys. Good work. Come on, Naparis. Come on. Come on. Was it any good tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome, yeah.
That's why I asked Roloff what's his plan for this year. Because I know when you guys decide, it happens. When you decided to go rank 11, it happened. When you decided to go rank 9, it happened. So I want to know, what are you deciding this year?
This is our life.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But I want to know in advance what you're going to achieve, you see. What are you going to achieve this year? Rank 12. It feels boring.
Minimum of rank 12.
I know. Good. You're going to let me know when you've made the decision. You'll be like, we're going rank 13.
Yeah.
Rank 12 just sounds like it's going to happen.
Absolutely, it's going to happen.
Down.
Yeah.
Put it down. Lovely. Lovely, guys. Let's take a photo. Smile with the eyes. Smile with the eyes. Good. Yes, we can. Come in. Come in. Come in. There we go. Come to the right a little bit. There we go. All right. All right, Paul. Come on, Mr. Tenacious. Most tenacious. Most tenacious. Stand with as well. You can be this side too. So, Paul, not only are you the most tenacious, but we know that your wife was telling me a minute ago that your daughter is also the most tenacious. Michaela's in the business. What did you tell me? She's going rank 2 shortly.
Yeah, she's very close to rank 2. Okay, Michaela even works even harder than her dad. Okay, and I'll tell you something. She will go through 20 people, and let's say 20 people say no, but she's a fighter. The next morning she's
Doing it again.
She's back to the drawing board. She's back to the drawing board.
Well, let's see if we can get her to be our first, I want to say, youngster rank 9. No, she's only 19 at the moment, am I right?
She's turning 20 in a month's time.
Exactly.
In a month's time.
Come on, we're going to see her go rank 9. That's awesome.
I would actually like to thank my family, okay, my warrior team, okay, because we've been working as a team, and this is also for them. Okay, this is definitely for them because we've been working as a team, and without them, this wouldn't have been possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Paul. Awesome. Let's take a picture to remember it. There we go. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right. Come on, Farouk, bring all your awards. Bring all your awards. Come here. One here and maybe Nonku. Come this side. Come this side. I'll be the piggy in the middle. Come through. You got your pins. You've got your pins. That's what I'm talking about. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Hey, Farouk, and you've got your rank 4 one, the big pin. That's awesome. I must remember to mark you up. That's awesome. Have you seen in the cabinet there now? What? I mean, you can see it on our website in the store, the other pins that are coming.
Yes.
When do you think you're going rank 5?
I'm going rank 5 next month.
There we go. Next month. Done. Tick.
Done.
You're going to be with us at the end of this year. I know you are. Not sure you're coming with at the end of the year. Eh? You want a car? That's right. More than a holiday. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do it this year. Let me hand you the car this year. Good. Let's take a photo. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. Lynette, Ricky. Come with us. How are you? Good. Let's have some photos. Fantastic. Did you enjoy cricket tonight? You did enjoy it, eh? We thought it was quite special because we haven't had head office events, with COVID lockdown and all of that. We thought, even though we can't get out, this might be even more special. Huh?
I believe it was absolutely amazing, and I'm very proud that only 2 awards was not my team.
Oh my word! Oh, that's amazing.
My
Look at that.
team as well.
Oh, there we go. This is what it'll be like, eh? Fantastic, guys.
But let's get going.
No, absolutely. 2021, let's get going now.
2021 is going to be the super year.
Awesome, Nick. Go make it happen. Go make it happen. Awesome. Peter, are you coming? Oh, come this side.
How I felt.
Yes? You can't believe how you felt?
No.
Yes?
I hate what happened last year.
Yeah.
I have to change it this year.
And do even better. Come on. You made rank.
From tomorrow.
That's right. Absolutely. We're going to see it. I want to see you guys with us at the end of the year, though. Rank 9. Hey, come on.
I did tell him I had a dream. It's definitely going to happen.
Going for that
Achievers
quest.
That,
for sure.
if you do that, then you will be ranked 9 by the end of the year.
No,
you will be.
absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. Okay, let's remember this moment. Let's remember it. I'm going to hold you to it.
You can. It doesn't help to smile.
I smile too. Smiling with the eyes. Smiling with the eyes. That's awesome, guys. That's absolutely awesome, guys. Let's see. We've had Manchester and Rob. I think we've done more.
We want to take a photo without the masks. Of all the people, it's not going to be public.
Close. All right, guys, like I just said to Tom, let's close this up. It's been another fantastic year. I think we have much to be proud of from 2020. It's such a difficult year. We really proved as wealth engineers. We proved how versatile we are and how we can succeed under any set of circumstances. This year, I think we have a year with less restriction now that we understand COVID, now that we understand the new world we live in. So let's make it count. Let's make it count. We're going to see you guys out there in the field. Go make it happen now. Good night.